What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm Bruce with Bullish Currency, and today we're going to go over some more, I guess, I call them basics, candlestick patterns that I use. And I want to remind you that everything that you're going to see on my videos and what I put out there is just going to be to help you see the markets the way I see it and to just only use my approach. Now, if you decide to go put things together differently or learn this, learn that, try to make your own new thing up, that's fine. You're more than welcome to do that. But just know, as new traders, that can end up being what really makes people quit trading. Because I know from personal experience, guys, literally my first year, I made pretty much no money trading. I mean, I made money, but I lost all, so it's pretty much no money for my first year. And I remember the main thing I was doing was just jumping around, different indicators, different cool things, this and that. And I was just this one, 1 week one month I'm a market reversal trader. The next one I'm a break and retest. I'm just switching things up, and it didn't work out. Yeah, I learned a lot, but it didn't work out. And the point is that, if I'm going to help someone become a successful trader, then I'm going to kind of like help them learn through my lessons, right? So that they can save some time and money. And when you learn to see the market through my eyes with my approach, then you'll be able to catch my trades. You'll be able to understand my trades, and then you'll be able to be an independent trader, right? And if this approach isn't for you, then, to each their own. You can go find, thousands of other different approaches and strategies out there for the markets. But this is how I trade. So I'm only going to show you guys what I do and what I use, because there's so much that you can use and do that it can be overwhelming and sometimes just throw you through pointless loopholes, right? Just losing money, winning money, and blah, blah, blah. But for me, this is what's helped me become a consistent, profitable trader, okay? So these are kind of some basic candlestick patterns we're going to go over today. We're going to start with the engulfing candle. All right, we're going to start with the engulfing candle. Guys, you already learned, support, resistance. All right, you guys learned these things on the last video, right? You learned these things on the last video. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw some support and resistance here, right? I'm looking for my ceilings and my floors. And then that's it. That's all I'm going to do, okay? So previously we had a floor here and a ceiling here. And as you can see, it broke out, retested, and continued. Then it broke out the next level, retested, and continued. And now it made another level here, okay? But as you can see later on, after it bounced off this resistance level, it came all the way back down, broke through this new support level or old resistance level, right? Remember the roles switch. Resistance becomes support, support becomes resistance. It goes back and forth, right? So it broke back through and actually dropped all the way down to the next previous level, right? And from here, it pushed back up. Off the support level, pushed back up. Now, sometimes you see it come to one of your levels, your resistance or your support, and you're like, when's a good time to enter the trade? Well, here's one of the most basic, but yet very effective methods for knowing when to enter a trade. And it's when you see an engulfing candle. Depending on what time frame, it doesn't really matter, because an engulfing candle is an engulfing candle. So if it comes back to retest a previous support, you're going to be looking for a bullish engulfing candle. If a candle comes and retests the resistance or touches a resistance or creates a resistance, then you're looking for sells, that means you're going to be looking for a bearish engulfing candle. Okay, so when it's touching a resistance and you're looking for a reaction there to take a sell or a short, you're looking for a bearish engulfing. If it's bouncing off your support level, your floor level, and you want to take some buys or some longs, well, you're looking for an engulfing candle, a bullish engulfing candle, okay? So as you can see, when it came up to this resistance level, it literally bounced right off. And as you can see, the next candle, right, we're on an hour time frame, so every candle here is 1 hour worth of time, right? So the next candle was a bear candle, right? Because remember, bearish just means down and bullish just means up, right? It just means direction. So the next candle was bearish, but I want you to notice something. The bearish candle is actually bigger than the previous candle. So that's what you would call a bearish engulfing candle. It's engulfing over the previous candle. in the direction that you're predicting, which is what you would want. You would want it to go in the direction you're predicting, and you would want an engulfing candle going that direction. All right. So now if it came down to your support level, you would be looking for potential buys, right? Longs. So you would be looking for and waiting for a bullish engulfing candle to form and to happen. And as you can see right here, remember, engulfing candle just means it's bigger than the previous one. It swallows it up. It's engulfing over it, right? So, and we're looking for a bullish because it's bouncing off a support level. So we have, look at this, beautiful bullish engulfing candle. It is bigger than the previous candle, and it closed that way. So the moment it closes that way, right, because you have to wait for the candle to close. That means if you're looking at the hour time frame or whatever time frame you're looking at, you got to wait until the whole hour is up. All right. If you're looking at the minute candles, you got to wait till the minute is up. Right. If you're looking at the 4-hour candle, you got to wait till the 4 hours is up, because that's when the candle closes, and now you know what it really looks like. Because sometimes, right, for example, this red candle, this bearish candle right here, as you can see, it was passing through the support level at one point. You see the wick is very long. The wick shows us where it tried to go, right? It went pretty low. Now, if someone would have looked at that candle, right, somewhere, let's say 40, 50 minutes into it, it's an hour candle, they would have thought, oh my God, it's breaking. Let's take it for a sell. No, you have to wait. Even if it's just 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 2 more minutes, you have to wait until the candle closes. So if the person didn't wait, they would have assumed that it's breaking, and they would have been wrong, because look what happened. It went all the way back up. Why? Because when the candle closed, it actually closed all the way up here, right on the line, respecting it, not breaking it, not like this. This is a break. This is a bearish candle that broke a support level because it closed on the other side. And what happened? It continued. Okay? You guys learned that in the previous videos, and like I told you, if you have to watch the video over and over again, do that, because that's what I did. If you have, but more importantly, put the hours in. Draw these lines, right? Look for the engulfing candles. Put the hours in on a weekly basis, so that your mind starts and your eyes just start to see these things very, very fast, very, very quick, right? The goal here is for my community, for this community, to just be focused traders with a focused approach, right? So that we all capitalize on the markets and make as much profits as possible, right? So I hope this was clear, guys. Bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, right? So let's look for another example. As you can see, after it broke through this level, it came back and retested it, right? So when it retests, you could be looking for an engulfing candle going in the direction that you're predicting. So if it retests and turns this into breaks this resistance and turns it into a support, that means I'm bouncing off a support level. I'm going to be waiting for, if I'm looking for buys, if I'm looking for longs, if I'm predicting upward movement, then I'm going to be looking for a bullish engulfing, right? So we got one right here, boom, bullish engulfing, right? It's bigger than the previous candle. And what happened? Yes, it dropped a little bit, but it actually overall went in the right direction. Now, you don't want to trade just off of engulfing candles, guys. I'm going to let you know that right now. Don't do that, all right? Because that's just one confirmation. You want to put confirmations together in a specific way, all right? Remember, I told you guys in the last videos. So sometimes you do not get an engulfing candle where you want it to be. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's okay. You don't have to rely on it. That's why it's a game of putting confirmations together. There are other entry techniques. Some people would actually go down to smaller time frames to look for the engulfing candle sometimes if it's not on the current one. For example, right here. So you see right here, by the time we got the engulfing candle, it was dramatically engulfing. And yes, overall it went up, so you could have gotten in there and still made profit, but you went through a rough ride first before it eventually came your way, right? So I would normally not even take something that I see engulfing this much. But let's say you wanted to get in somewhere down on near that support level, you could just simply go down to like the 5-minute time frame or 15-minute time frame, right? Let's look, where were we? Hold on, we find it. Okay, we're right here. Okay, so somewhere in this area here, you would be looking for the bullish engulfing because it's a support level. So you'd be looking for the bullish engulfing. It doesn't matter when it happens, you're just waiting for it to happen. Okay. So you got a bullish engulfing here, pretty big, but it's a 5-minute time frame. You could have took that entry, right? Or let's say you missed that one. You had a bullish engulfing right here. Okay. Let's say you missed that one. You had a bullish engulfing right here to the right. Bullish engulfing, right? You get in right when the candle closes, when a new one starts, a little bit of a headache, and then straight into profit just by waiting for engulfings. But some people do enter without the engulfing. There's other entry techniques, and some people just enter when they see it respecting a support resistance in the direction, and that's it. Everybody's different, but the engulfing candle is always a little bit more secure. It's a little bit better, a little bit more of an extra confirmation for your entry. Okay, so don't sleep on the engulfing candle. All right, so next I'm gonna go over, we're gonna do some more candlestick patterns, but today I just wanted to go over some basic ones. Okay, all right, here we go. So we have another candle pattern called the Doji candle. Okay, I'm going to show you some examples of Doji candles. All right, so a Doji candle has a small body or pretty much no body. It can be like a line like this, right? Doesn't matter if it's green or red, right? And it has wicks on both sides, but it's a tiny little skinny little body. That's a Doji candle. A Doji candle means indecisive. It's an indecision candle. It's indecisive. When you see a Doji, it's basically telling you it doesn't really know where it wants to go, right? So that's a form of a confirmation by itself, because when you start to see Dojis, like for example, right here, you notice the candles are dropping. They were nice, pretty decent, healthy bear candles, and they got smaller as we went lower, and then eventually we got a Doji. So if you see it kind of coming down to a support level or up to a resistance level, and then you see the candles get decreasing when it gets to your resistance level, and then you see a Doji candle, that is a helpful confirmation that everything got weak. Now it's indecisive, so it might actually bounce off there and go the opposite direction. That's not guaranteed. Once again, you never want to play a game with just one confirmation. You want to put things together. So here is a perfect example. Let's say this is a support level and you see the Doji popping up. You can choose to be aggressive and get in when you see the Doji popping up because it's a support level. Let's just say it is. I don't really know if it is, but let's just say if it is. Let's just say this is a support level right here where my mouse is, right? And you see a Doji candle. You're thinking, I should get in right here. And you could, or even smarter, combine it with the engulfing. So you got the Doji followed by a bullish engulfing going in the direction that you want, right? Up, because if you're predicting a bounce off of the support, that means it would bounce up, right? If you throw a ball at the floor, what happens? It bounces up, okay? Unless it breaks the floor, right? So you got the Doji telling you, hold on, things are getting indecisive, momentum slowing down. Now you got the engulfing telling you, all right, we know which way we want to go. You get in right when that candle closes, or you get in on the Doji. Either way, straight to profit. Okay, so the Doji is an indecisive candle. But once again, I'm going to remind you, you never want to rely on just one confirmation. Like, for example, right here, momentum was coming down to a support level. You got a Doji forming, right? And you would be thinking, wow, this Doji, let's get in right now. Let's get in for a buy off this support level because this Doji's showing us that it's slowing down here. Yes, you could have gotten to profit eventually, but right away you went into a negative for a little while, right? For 5 minutes, you went into a negative, right? But if you were putting things together the right way and you said, you know what, I got the Doji, let me wait for the engulfing candle going in the direction I'm predicting, right? It's bouncing off of support. I'm predicting we might get a buy here long. It might go back up to the next resistance level. So we got the Doji. Let me just wait for the engulfing candle. You waited, and patiently, one candle after the next one, you got the bullish engulfing candle. You took the entry and you went straight into profit. Say, Doji candles are indecisive candles. They have small little bodies, and long wicks on both sides, right? Here's another little example right here. See this doji? All right, so this doji where my mouse is right here, this doji, that's a doji, right? Indecisive candle. So if we know we're at a support level and we're on an uptrend, right? We're on an uptrend and we know we're at like a support level area and on an uptrend, right? Uptrend's telling us up. Support levels telling us if it respects here, it's going to go up, right? So we got some confirmations rolling in. We got the doji telling us it's indecisive, but then we waited for the doji to also give us an engulfing candle in the future. And what happened? Doji, and then we got the engulfing right here. Bullish engulfing off a support level. Doji, we got another bear candle, and then we got the engulfing candle over the bear candle and straight into profit. Okay? So you can play around with this, but you never want to rely on one confirmation, guys. Don't want to just trade engulfings and don't just want to trade dojis. You want to put things together properly. That's it for this video. We're going to go over more candlestick patterns that we use in the markets, that I use in the markets, and that's it. So I'll see you guys on the next one.